doors opening in 3, 2, 1. Fight. Friendly deployed.
Hey folks, it's Erik, and I'm here with a video about Thorn. She's one of my favorite characters in the entire game. Okay, not one of, definitely my favorite character in the entire game. My hope is by the end of this video, you'll know enough about Thorn and be able to take what I've told you and maybe like put your own spin on it, that you'll be pissing off a lot of other players and causing them to throw their controllers across the living room. Now I'm going to be focusing on a build for PvP specifically. I mainly play Incursion and Meltdown, but I will throw in some commentary there if a skill works really well for PvE. So let's start with level 1, Swampfoot and Piercing Volley. This one for me is a no-brainer. Blight is perfect for killing minion waves. I almost always finish a match having killed the most minions of anyone else on my team. And that's all thanks to Swampfoot. And there are so many other uses for it other than that. I mean, you can put a Blight down for zone control. You become really territorial that way. If you see an enemy trying to get away, you can place it in their path. Slows them down, get the KO. There's literally no reason not to pick Swampfoot. And now for level 2 after we wreck some robot ass. There we go. Okay, so when I first started playing Thorn, I thought, oh my god, if I stand in a Blight, all my arrows are cursed? That's so OP. I was so wrong. The reality is, you're playing as Thorn, you're going to be annoying the hell out of other people and killing them and taunting them, of course. So they're going to be coming after you, chasing you all over the place. This is where Fell Wind comes into play. And it's great in conjunction with the first level choice, Swampfoot, because if someone's chasing after you, all you need to do is throw a Blight right under you and keep running while they're slowed down in your Blight taking damage. Fellwind has saved my ass on way too many occasions.
I'll be watching.
And before we get to level 3, remember this very important rule. ABT, always be taunted. Okay, so not always, like, don't taunt here, you'll probably make a fool of yourself. Be smart about it, okay? Okay, level 3. I actually hear a lot of people swearing by burst propulsion. And I have to admit, in all honesty, I haven't messed around with burst propulsion all that much. Because draw strength just seems too good to me. This isn't mentioned very often, but this means your arrows now go through buildables. Toby's wall, Kelvin's wall, Isaac's shield. You no longer have to worry about your arrows being blocked by allies. And yeah, burst propulsion does make you more agile, but Thorn is pretty agile already, and she gets even more agility buffs later down her Helix. I don't expect you to forgive me for this, but a lot of this video is just KO porn. Alright, level 4. So Volley is one of Thorn's best attacks. It's great because it shoots 5 arrows at once and there's no draw time. What makes it even better is adding curse to it. A lot of people like to play Thorn, finding the right moment, and then throwing all of their skills and abilities at the enemies. With Volley now cursing enemies, it doesn't matter what order you throw those abilities in. Quick PSA, Thorn's Blight and Alani's Geyser were made for each other. Look at that, they're such a good team. On to level 5. Here's where Thorn gets slightly more complicated. A lot of people like Hextension for the extra 4 seconds of curse duration and the damage. But as someone who really likes annoying the hell out of my enemies, I have to go with Hexsanguination. I can't tell you how many of my kills are 3rd degree, meaning they were killed by damage over time attacks. And that's a lot thanks to Blight, but definitely thanks to this. And this works really well in conjunction with level 4's choice, Kreshik's Judgment, giving curse to your volley shots. See an enemy with low health trying to retreat? Send a quick volley shot their way, and they'll be taking damage for the next 8 seconds. This next kill is a perfect example. I shoot off a volley shot, it hits Caldarius, he gets away, and he's dead.
Come and get it!
Alright, on to level 6. Both of these are really solid choices, but being a huge fan of Curse, I want to throw Curse out there as much as possible. Shortening Volley's cooldown time just lets me throw that out there more often. This really just comes down to preference though, because they're both really good.
Of your concerns.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite
Choice on Thorn's Helix. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I don't know why this part of Thorn's Helix is so debated. I mean, it definitely seems at first like the 50% accuracy is the right choice. I definitely fell into that trap at first too. But Vaulting Hunter makes Thorn so much more agile than she was before. I've heard people saying it makes her weaker because you have less control over her while she's in the air. But in my opinion, that's just a matter of being predictable or not. Don't give your jump a pattern. Don't do it rhythmically. Be unpredictable with it. In addition to getting Thorn to hard to reach places with the jump, melee characters have a really hard time getting to her once you pick this choice on her Helix. Especially for those of you who really hate when Wrath throws you into the air, gets ready to do his ult, just keep jumping in the air. Yeah, it'll do a little bit of damage to you, not too much though. Then just throw your slow blight down and get home scot-free. Before level 9, here's a quick demonstration of the importance of going back to base.
Don't leave me like this. Come and get it.
So sad, they had so much potential. And now level 8. Blight already lasts 6 seconds. What's awesome about this level up is that it adds another 6 seconds to Blight. This leaves you with about 3 or 4 seconds on your cooldown to cast another Blight. The increase in cast distance here just doesn't compare, especially if you're playing modes like Meltdown or Incursion where controlling lanes and territory is crucial. Alright, and now for level 9. Unfortunately, Archer's boon is not worth it. I wish it were, because lifesteal. Now you would think lifesteal increases Thorn's survivability and ability to stay in the fight. Unfortunately, the reality is, if you do the math, you're not going to find yourself healing Thorn for more than 100 health. Now Kreshik's Rage, on the other hand, Volley already does a lot of damage. Why not increase it by 15%? This works really well for my personal build, since I like to throw Curse out using Volley quite a lot. But there's nothing wrong with taking Archer's Boon here if you find yourself having a hard time in one-on-one duels or getting low on health quite often. Here's another thing I do quite often. If I don't have the time, I'll level up in midair. I have no idea how many other people do this, but you should totally try it. Last but not least, all of these choices are great. But because I love Blight so much, I can't resist having the choice to have another 12-second Blight sitting around on the field, annoying the hell out of enemy players, and keeping control of territory. Just thinking about it is making me see Blights all over my screen right now. So that's the Helix that I use for Thorn, but now I'm going to go into some of the gear that I use for her. Attack damage is great for Thorn. She already does tons of attack damage. Her DPS is one of the highest in the game, and that extra 210 max health just makes her a little more survivable and tanky. Health regeneration, she's already got great health regeneration, why not speed that up? And the penalty to shield recharge per second. It's a great thing for any Eldritch character, lowers the activation cost. And her legendary is a crucial item for her. If you don't have it, that's fine. Throwing something on there like maximum health, cooldown time, skill damage, those would all be great choices as well. Unfortunately, attack speed doesn't do anything for her, nor does reload speed. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about a gear loadout for her. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped. Please like and subscribe, and if you want to find out more about Thorn or any other character, the Battleborn Reddit community is awesome, and so is the community at the official Battleborn forums. I'll go ahead and post links to those in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.